Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ellen if you're new. Today's video is a vlog, so I'm just starting it. I've already been in the US for a week, but it's gonna be a US vlog. I'm here visiting family, here for my brother's wedding. Hi, so I'm gonna do a voiceover for majority of the clips in this vlog. It was, I think this is my first official time vlogging when I was back home, but I got a lot of vertical clips this time, so sorry about that. Guys, immediately upon arriving here and scrolling on TikTok in the US, all of a sudden now I have the shop tab. There's a million more ads than I had in Spain. I'm like already missing my For You page that I had in Spain because I still had like a mostly US For You page with like US content, but with way less ads. So you guys get more ads here. Sorry. Are you so excited? Are you so excited? Hey, he just learned lay down. Okay, good boy. Can you shake? Oh, good boy. Wait, sit. Good boy. Okay, down. No, down. No, you're not doing it. That's not very good. Okay. That's not very good. Oh, okay. Okay, he'll do it another time. So I did a big order of makeup so that I could get stuff that I can't normally get back in Spain. Half of this was from the Mob Beauty website and the other half was refills and some new stuff from Sephora. I'm super excited to try the Mob Beauty stuff though. I've already tried the lip products I'll show you later in the video, but I still haven't tried the foundation or the cream eyeshadows. I'm so excited. On my TikTok, I've been doing a bit of a grocery store series. When I'm in Spain, I've shown already a few grocery stores in Spain, but then I figured as long as I'm in the US, I'll show all of my Spanish watchers how the US grocery stores look like. So my mom and I went to Kowalski's. I made a video about this. It's a bit longer on TikTok, but I just forgot how much I freaking love Kowalski's. It's literally the best. Then I think this might have been the next day, made some pizza at home. And then on the weekend, my family and I went and did a little like late birthday dinner since I wasn't home for my birthday. So we went to one of my favorite restaurants. They have the best French fries. We got some fun drinks, burgers. I'm really glad we went out together. It was a really nice night, so I was happy for that. And then I went on a digital camera search online. Again, I had done this like a year ago, I think, and then I just kind of gave up on it. But then my friend sent me a TikTok about the Fujifilm F31D, and I was so impressed with it that I went on eBay looking for it, found one. I think I paid $145 for this. The seller was in California, so it arrived super fast. I think in like 3 business days. That was amazing. So it arrived just in time before the wedding, so I was able to make my brother's wedding video with it, which was super cute. But yeah, I'm just kind of showing you like me setting up the settings for how I want it to look. Pretty much everything I could keep the same. I was mostly just exploring for my own personal knowledge. And then I did make sure to set it to the Chrome Fuji settings because I wanted the like more saturated look in like photos and pictures or photos and videos. But yeah, it's a super fun little camera. I definitely recommend it if you're looking for like an old, like a vintage digital camera. But now that I have it, I am nervous to bring it out with me places because I don't want to drop it or like mess it up. So I still have my like film camera, my like cheap disposable film camera, but I have this as well. So I'm just gonna have to figure out when to use it and like the best situations. But I think it's definitely best for pictures, even though I have done some video on it. But like the whole point was to get like that vintage photo look where you have like the flash, and yeah, so I keep it on flash, and I think I also put it on like human detection, but here you can see I chose the Chrome setting. That's what I personally prefer, but I know everyone has a different preference, but I think the Fuji colors look amazing, so I'm just very glad that I have a Fujifilm camera now. Okay, but while I was on my digital camera search again, I did find a couple old cameras, one of which is the Coolpix S31, but how cute is that? But the only issue is with this one, and then we also have like an L610, the Nikon L610, they just don't really give the film look, they just give like digital camera look. So, I mean, I could use it. I mean, that's not really giving film. It's just giving digital camera. But maybe I can just keep it and I'll start collecting digital cameras. So this was a few days later. My mom and I went to the state fairgrounds for the Region 10 Arabians show. We love horses, and this is like a fun thing that we do together when I'm home. It's not always this specific show, but we usually try to go to some sort of horse show. Since we don't ride horses anymore, we just don't have the time and the money for it. It's quite time consuming, so we don't have time for it anymore. Would love it, don't have time for it. Currently, I am at the Minnesota State Fairgrounds with my mom. She's inside talking to some people in the office in the Coliseum, but we are here for the Region 10 Arabian Horse Show. So we're just gonna wait. It starts in like 30 minutes or so we're here a bit early, but so we're here to just check out the horse show because we're the horse girlies of the family. And yeah, so this is really the first day I've been doing anything exciting. I went to dinner with my family on Saturday for like a late birthday dinner. Hung out with a couple friends last week, but other than that, I've just been at home working. It's been really rainy, has not been terribly exciting. So today we took off work because it's a Wednesday and we couldn't go to the show. Otherwise we would normally go on the weekend, but it's my brother's wedding this weekend. So thankfully the show is like a 5-day show. So we can come on a weekday. So that's what we're doing. Dropped the dog off at daycare this morning, and I'll update you on what we're doing. And of course, it's a little bit cloudy and overcast today. It's just been kind of icky and rainy, but it has been getting warmer here, which is nice. I was thinking it would be like a nice enough temperature to just go sit out on our lake and like get a little tan, but that is not the case so far. And then tomorrow, I think I'm hanging out with a friend. Friday, I don't know what I'm doing, but I took the day off work. So 2 days off this week. And then I have 3 days off next week. 2.5 days off next week. So super exciting for me because I fly back next week. So I kind of have to take days off. And then I think I get back in Barcelona next week on Thursday afternoon. And then I just decided to take the Friday off anyway. So I'll have like a 4 or 5 day weekend next weekend. Yeah. I'm also wearing my new makeup today. I'm finally wearing my Mob makeup. This is the Mob 1990 lip liner, and it's supposed to be the exact recipe of the original MAC 90s spice liner. And I'm obsessed. I love MAC Smoky Pink liner, but this, I think I need to do a side-by-side comparison because they are very close, but I love it. And then this is M39 lip balm on top. So I'll just give you a little tour of the fairgrounds. We love going in the horse barn. It's the best. I just love seeing all the horses. Obviously, I mean, you can tell we're very much horse girls. We went shopping in the tack rooms or in the tack trailers, even though we have sadly no reason to buy anything, but it's still fun to look and pretend like you have a horse to buy things for. Well, it makes me sad. But anyway, we love Arabians. My mom grew up riding and showing Arabians, and I rode an Arabian for I think like one show season when I was younger. And we picked this day in particular to go because it was the ranch and reining classes, which we are not used to. Like, I grew up doing WSCA, like Western and English pleasure, and my mom grew up doing like saddle seats, so this is totally out of our realm. Like, we don't really know anything about like the ranch type classes, but it was super fun to watch. It seems like they're very like heavily pattern based, which is fun. So it's fun to see like each horse at a time instead of like a full class. Yeah, it was just super cool to see, and I think it was really interesting, and it makes me want to do it now, and I'm sad that I can't. And but I will say it was definitely noticeable that there was significantly less people at the show. I know this was the first day of the show, so that could definitely have something to do with it. But normally it would be like packed, and I'm not talking about the stadium seats. I'm talking about like the barn and like how many people were there to show. But they had to remove quite a lot of the classes because there just wasn't anybody signed up. But yeah, it's just kind of sad because normally it would be a lot more people, but people can't even afford like normal things these days, let alone like showing horses across the country at all these like regional shows. Like, it's not really feasible. Overall, we had a lovely time at the show, though. It's always nice to just get a little dose of horses, even if we can't ride horses all the time. Anyway, but then we drove through like St. Paul, Minneapolis over to Edina so that I could meet a couple of my friends for dinner since they live on the total opposite side of the cities from me. I wish we had like a high-speed train from the east side of the cities to the west side of the cities. That would be so much easier, but we don't have public transportation like that. But anyways, I just wanted to show you guys the neighborhoods on the way there because they're really pretty with a lot of historic homes. And then Edina. So my mom just dropped me off in Edina. I'm about to go meet my friends for some dinner. I haven't seen them in so long. It's so sad actually, but it's so good because I'm seeing them today. But as you can see, the weather is turning to and hoping that it doesn't rain, but what can you do? So here's 50th in France. It's a really cute part of Edina. I wanted to show you guys Lenz and Byerly's as well, even though I didn't get a chance to go there, but that is another one of my favorite grocery stores back in Minnesota. Then we chose to go to Pajarito for dinner. I've never been there before, but it ended up being really good. I love the menu. It has plenty of tequila, even though I actually didn't get any tequila this time, but this is the type of tequila menu I wish Spain had. Then they give you a giant American-sized water, chips, and I got tacos. It was amazing. How cute are my friends? I miss them so much. We've had way too much time apart. Then my mom and I headed back home, so I'm just showing you more of the neighborhoods, kind of like in the uptown area near Lake Bitamakaska, and they're stunning. I mean, these are, I don't even know, but these are like really expensive houses because they're on the shore of Lake Bitamakaska, so yeah, stunning homes. Some of them are super remodeled and some of them are older, but they look amazing, and I just love this area in general. And then I always love the 35W view of Minneapolis when you're coming from the south. It's gorgeous. I do miss Minnesota and Minneapolis sometimes, but then I remember that there's like 6 months of winter and then I don't miss it that much. Then my mom and I stopped for a quick Culver's custard on the way home, but it was not as good as I remember. I would not recommend it. The next day, my friend and I went on a walk and then we went to a Mexican spot. One of my favorites. I knew I needed like American Tex-Mex before I went back to Spain, and this was the perfect place. I will say I just miss things being unlimited here, like unlimited ice cold water, unlimited chips and salsa, and then you can get queso. Ugh. And then we went and got some ice cream. I forgot how big it is at the place in our town. The next day was my brother's rehearsal dinner, so we drove over the bridge into Wisconsin to a brewery, and it was actually really fun. It was kind of like a last minute plan because this has been like it was a super casual wedding, so the rehearsal dinner was kind of a last minute plan, but it ended up being really fun. We did a tour of the brewery, got to learn about how they make their liquor and their beer, I believe. But yeah, so they have like these giant tanks where they distill the vodka and the other alcohol many times. I forgot already a bunch about it, but it is apparently really good according to our tour guide. But then we got to do a tasting afterwards, which is the first time I've ever done like a liquor and spirits tasting. He assured me that their whiskey was amazing, but I tried it and I still do not like whiskey. But the orange cello was very good. And then we ate dinner and it was delicious. I got the cocktail that the tour guide made the recipe for. So it was made with their gin. And I think this is one of the first times I've really tried gin as well. And apparently their gin was made with like a strong juniper flavor, which I actually really like. And then the next day was the wedding. It was down in Afton, Minnesota at a nature center. It was gorgeous. We got really, really lucky with the weather because it had been pretty rainy for the previous like 2 weeks. I did my sister-in-law's makeup, which was really fun because I have not been a makeup artist for weddings for a very long time. I think the last time I did wedding makeup was for my cousin's wedding in like October of 2020. And then before that, I think it was probably early 2019, late 2018. So like it had been a while, but I still got it. The next day, my parents and I did a little like pancake breakfast at home. I always forget how filling pancakes are. Like, oh my gosh. Then I did the MyHeritage DNA test kit. So we'll see how that turns out. And I just can't get enough of my doggy. He's the cutest thing in the whole world. I have been completely changed to a standard poodle fan for the rest of my life. He has the best personality ever. And we haven't even had him for a year yet, but he's just the best boy. I love him so much. There was a Minnesota store in the airport on the way back, so I thought I'd show you a little bit about Minnesota. apparently we're known for loving Spam, even though I've actually never eaten it, and I don't think I ever will. Yeah, all the fun Minnesota stuff. I didn't buy anything, even though I was tempted. Then I had a nice flight back overseas. I stop in Amsterdam on the way to Barcelona. I get this gluten-free meal like once every time I travel, and it's just not very good. Went to the Aspire Lounge, and it was chock full of people, so the priority pass is not priority passing. I'm finally home, and you know what's the best thing I bought today? These Lanka caramels from Amsterdam. Whatever they did to these are freaking good. It's not like super sweet like an American caramel. It's so good though. Anyway, back in Barcelona, woohoo!